What did we do today?
We baked cookies. We baked fall-themed cookies and squares.
It was just a way to bake Christmas cookies before Christmas.
It was our little introduction into the big Christmas bake that comes up in December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good trial run.
It was festive, but we're tired. But we're here and we're happy and we are back.
Oh my God, I'm already tired.
Hi everyone and welcome back to Hit or Miss Hallmark Movie Reviews. I'm Daniela.
And I'm John. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
And click the little bell to receive notifications every time we upload a new video.
So,
Yes,
it's the
we are
countdown to
back.
Christmas.
Countdown to Christmas has begun and I'm already overwhelmed.
I'm so overwhelmed. I'm like
It's
so
a lot.
so tired.
It's a lot of new ones, but we're excited nonetheless. So the first one up, first premiere is Noel Next Door.
Noel Next Door.
So in our short, we both made a prediction. I said that it was going to be a big miss for me. You said
I said a hit.
a hit. Well, let's see if we're right.
Okay.
But first, what's this one about?
What is this one about?
Noelle, played by Natalie Hall, is a newly single mom trying to make the best Christmas possible for her son, Henry, all while trying to navigate the modern dating scene and a grouchy neighbor who seems to be ruining Christmas not only for her son, but the whole street. She soon meets Jeremy, played by Sevier, an intriguing, distinguished man who suffered a stroke and is also trying to get himself out there after a nasty divorce. As the two get to know each other, their relationship starts to heat up. But will true love prevail once Natalie finds out about Jeremy's true identity? Dun dun dun.
Bring up the prediction scoreboard.
Yeah, me 0, John 1.
So 1-0, yeah.
Yeah. So why don't we get into
This is definitely not a contest, but it definitely is.
So what did we think? We really liked this. I was wrong. I predicted this was going to be a miss, but no, I really liked this one.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna like it, and I ended up actually loving it.
I think this is a great way to kick off Countdown to Christmas.
Absolutely.
mean, I was so happy. I really had my hopes like really, really low.
Low expectations?
Low expectations. I liked it because they took a very run-of-the-mill plot, a very tired trope, the humbug grouch that lives next door that's trying to ruin Christmas for everyone, but then ultimately, turns around and becomes a great person. We've seen that a million times, Scrooge, all that. But what I loved is that they added a few interesting details that added something unique to the story. The main thing for me was they had a lead character who suffered a stroke, someone who isn't perfect, who has a reason to be angry at the world, and I thought that was quite different for Hallmark.
Yeah, it was very odd, but it absolutely worked, and
Totally.
certainly worked for Sevier.
And he was so great at portraying that person. It wasn't over the top and it wasn't offensive in any way. Everyone is usually physically perfect, and then they usually have some sort of personality flaw. This was kind of like he had both. He was both bad personality, humbug, grumpy, angry at the world for a good reason, as I mentioned, but then also a physical
Yeah,
disability.
it was
very
almost
interesting.
more like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde story.
Yeah, absolutely. I also really liked the look of it. It looked modern, but there were some cozy moments, lots of snow. I liked how they were wearing green sweaters against the white snow, red coats.
But also they shot this entire thing in a subdivision,
which
that
was
looked
weird.
so sterile, but
they
it
made
works.
it work,
People
yeah.
live in those things, and this story made sense because it was an old grump down the street, or as the kid down the street kicking his ball against your wall.
It was real. People live in these kinds of townhouses or subdivisions.
But they did manage to make it look homey still. They somehow made it work.
Well, the production team was very good, I think, and the costume design. They worked really great together. They made an otherwise boring, sterile subdivision in the suburbs quite sleek and modern, yet cozy and comfortable, and you know what I mean? I loved the diner in particular. I loved the interior of the diner. I loved the way it looked. We liked it. Great pacing. I wasn't bored. I was engaged and entertained throughout. and great performances and great writing.
Yeah, absolutely great performances. I mean, I guess we'll go into
Let's go into
performances here,
performances,
but like
yeah.
Corey Sevier for me absolutely killed it. Like I was like, oh, that could have gone very badly.
And that's treading
A new
really
cripple, basically.
fine line
Like,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's heavy. But I said to her as we were watching it, I'm sure that Corey Sevier was like insufferable around his friends for like a month or two beforehand when he was like preparing for the role,
Yeah,
just
doing the
walking
research.
around with a cane, just being a dick to everybody.
You know, and also I think obviously there's like an homage there everywhere in this story to Scrooge.
Well, yeah, of course. I
From,
mean, they
from
literally.
the physical look to like the personality.
Yeah, I mean, they literally call him Scrooge near
Exactly,
the end, which
yeah.
I thought was a little on the nose.
A little. Oh, and the whole cane was a little.
Yeah, but even the physical acting of the cane and stuff, like he was
good.
overdoing it, but like, you know, that's what you expect in a Christmas story. It is the
You know what though? It
Scrooge
never
thing.
bothered me though. I never once thought, oh, like he's taking it a bit too far. He's doing a bit too much. You know,
No,
someone
not
with
once.
a cane and an arm that's been affected by a stroke wouldn't be acting
And
like
I was
that.
kind of looking
I never
for
thought
I was looking for that continuity too, and just
Yeah.
seeing like, oh, are they gonna trip up at any point? No pun intended. But you know,
Yeah.
he also when
never thought that.
I was thinking that when he does the skating scene and gets on the skates and is just like completely normal, that a lot of people would think that's weird.
No,
but
it's true because then I mentioned, oh my gosh, I remember seeing a Michael J. Fox interview and he's actually better on skates than he is on ground. Like
yeah,
walking
because all
on
you have to
ground.
do is balance and glide, and if you already
Yeah.
know how to skate, and Corey Sevier is Canadian, so
Obviously, it's in the blood, so not in my blood, but yeah.
that's also why we know.
So obviously he was the standout for me as well. I thought they were both great. Natalie Hall is always cute and funny and sweet.
And I'm kind of a newfound Natalie Hall fan.
Yeah.
But you know, in her last movie, Fly Away with Me, it was great, and I thought she was funny. But in this one, I feel like she's really hit her stride in terms of she can be comfortable and confident. Like she wasn't really the star in this one. Corey Sevier definitely was. I mean, they
I
focused
think so
on
too.
his.
He was the standout for me.
But
she was a great support for him, even though she was a lead.
And absolutely. And even somebody on Facebook kind of mentioned, they're like, the one thing that bugged me that's sort of nitpicky is like her hair was just crap all movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never
It didn't
once
bother me.
noticed.
No.
But you know,
I thought
guess
her hair and makeup looked good throughout.
No, I think it's a weird thing to look at, but also maybe that was intentional because she's supposed to be like,
A
she
single
works at a
mom.
diner and she's a single mom. She says a few times at the beginning of
She's
the movie that
tired.
she doesn't want to get back into the dating
Yeah.
game. Like, who gives a crap?
Yeah.
So maybe that's a realistic thing.
Like a character like that for me has a tendency to maybe be over the top and annoying and kind of like whiny, and she never came across like that at all.
I mean, this is probably, as far as I've seen, like one of her more subdued
Yeah.
performances, period. But
Yeah.
like, proper. She played the single mom very well.
Yeah, very good. Great performances all around. Yeah. So why don't we get a little bit nitpicky here?
Yeah.
So my nitpicky, I remember mentioning this like kind of in the middle. Like, would you really not know the grumpy neighbor that lives like a few doors down from you? It seems like their paths like would have crossed at some point.
Yes and no. It also, like, they never really gave a time frame of how long they've been there. But also, like, her schedule and her focus on her kid is more like maybe their paths just never crossed. You know, it's definitely possible. And the fact that she had
Okay,
heard
well-
of him because it's a small subdivision or whatever, I
Well,
guess.
in that though, I read something on the IMDb page that was kind of like a
IMDb?
goof. IMDb page.
IMDb.
IMDb. It's late and we're tired. So Henry tells Noel right away that the grumpy guy next door or a few doors down or whatever has a cane. So you don't think she would put two and two together? That
Well,
she'd
no,
figure
because
out
that's actually a really smart, like, mental sort of workaround. Because like he says old grouch with a cane, and you
think an
automatically
old
think,
man.
yeah, you're automatic,
Okay,
and then
I
she
see.
sees his
Okay.
face first, and then the cane after,
Fair.
and does not put it together. I totally get it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Why don't we talk about the other nitpicky? How like every other person that they encounter is the worst person in the world.
Just terrible.
Like Jeremy's blind date, for instance, I thought was so horrible. You know,
And this
like-
actually goes into nitpicky because it is kind of, it doesn't really make as much sense. She's like, oh no, we don't have to go to the fancy restaurant, let's just go to the friggin' diner. And then he's all weird, and him acting weird
Like-
makes her like say,
You're kind of making a scene.
Like that, there's just so much wrong. I think they really wanted to paint her as not a very nice person.
yeah, that's pretty standard. They did the same thing
And they
with
did.
did the same thing with Natalie Hall's date, the guy that got kicked off social media and is like a total psycho.
No, I don't do handshakes. There's germs.
Yeah.
I always enjoy the bad dates in these movies because
But, like,
they're
literally
extremely
everyone.
bad. No, but yeah.
Like even just the random people she met at the diner she works at, were being aggressive and weird and crude to her, and all these people around them were bad.
Yeah,
Which
pretty
obviously
much.
like strengthens their
Except
bond,
the friends and the
right?
family. And
Sure. It's all the extra like people that they could be dating, I guess, are all mean, bad people.
Yeah.
I just thought it was kind of a weird detail, but it was
definitely
funny in moments. Like in those moments, they worked. It was funny, and when Jeremy's blind date said that, I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
did she
I think we both
actually say that?
said something out loud, like, "What the?"
So mean, so horrible. I can't even believe that they said that in there, but it worked. It achieved the purpose, right?
I
So
mean,
that worked.
in every facet, even if it is like there were definitely some corny parts and cheesy parts, but we ate it up.
Exactly.
So I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the first one of the season or whatever, but it was a great first one of the
Yeah.
season, and I don't have much bad to say about it.
So why don't we talk about the writer and the director?
Hit her.
As we mentioned, this was based off a book, How the Grinch Stole My Heart by Annabelle Costa, but there was a screenplay written by Keith Hamstreet. So some of the writing credits include Ghost of Christmas Always, which is another premiere.
Well, I can count on that one being good.
I'm really excited
That
about
is
that
on my
one.
list. So
Sneak peek or whatever. And The Most Colorful Time of the Year. That's also another premiere, isn't it? The Most Colorful Time of the Year with what's his face? Luke McFarlane. Isn't that the one with Luke McFarlane? I could be wrong.
maybe, yeah, I
We'll
don't
double
know.
check, but I'm pretty sure that Keith here has written the 2 premieres to come.
what? He's
Yeah.
coming out swinging.
Yeah,
Swinging the Santa sack.
that's it. We're excited for that. That's awesome. Giving new screenwriters opportunities, so that's
Bring it
good. The director here is Max McGuire. He's Canadian. That's cool. Some other directing credits include Record-Breaking Christmas, Christmas at Maple Creek,
Mistletoe and Menorahs. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't think that we saw that one. That's an older one.
I like
That's an
Jewish
older-
ones, and
So do I.
And Hanukkah ones.
Yeah.
And I will say
like-
this very quickly: it kind of sucks that there's only one. I know it is, but only because there's so many movies. It's like,
That's the one with Lisa Loeb in it, right?
yeah.
I am looking forward to that one. So why don't we get to our Christmas meter? Let's rate this one.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna give this 9 ladies dancing.
Oh, you took one away.
I did, not for any significant reason. I just think it was a 9. It was a 9.
Feels like a good night.
Yeah,
That's good.
9 is very strong.
And I'm gonna give Noel Next Door 10 Lords of Leaping.
Nice.
I took yours.
That's fine.
I
That
mean,
was
I
my
want to leave
initial.
some room.
We're just starting here.
But, I
we
mean,
started
I-
off great.
But yeah, at the same time, I will say, like, out of the last dozen movies we've watched, this is definitely the first time we've said great.
Yeah, this was great. This was and pleasantly surprised given my prediction, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was
yeah,
really bad.
it's even better. I
And
mean,
was
I
like,
thought
wow,
I thought
I'm
it was
liking
going to be
this.
passable, and I was even kind of.
I was really like, I'm really happy with this first movie for Countdown to Christmas. Good on you, Hallmark.
Downhill from here.
Oh my gosh, I hope not. We shall see.
So let's hit to the Christmas list.
You want to start?
Yes, it's
Okay.
hard for me to see.
Christmas Confusion.
Yes,
Definitely.
that's a new one. I mean,
That's a
we
new
have
one,
to say it's a new
yeah.
one, but okay. A Christmas Party.
No.
No, I don't believe so. A character with a holiday name.
Yes. And in the title too. We love that. Reference to decorating or picking out the perfect tree. Yes, they were decorating the big tree in the
I feel-
subdivision.
I feel like this category needs more clarity too.
Maybe.
But let's
they
give
were
it- let-
decorating
let's give it.
They were. So I'm gonna say yes.
Sorry. Ice skating. Yes.
Yeah. Santa makes an appearance.
Santa made an appearance. Oh wait, Santa was he stopped and almost kissed.
Yes. Santa stopped and almost kissed.
Or he stopped an
Yeah.
actual kiss. Character obsessed with Christmas.
I mean, I put yes, but
I don't
no.
think so. No.
A hot beverage.
Yes. That was
Definitely.
ice skating, I think.
Yep.
Horse-drawn sleigh. Nay.
Christmas in the title.
Noel.
No, but as we said, Noel. But it was a no. It's gotta be a no.
Granted a Christmas wish.
No.
No.
A snowball fight.
Yes.
Yes.
Christmas caroling.
Definitely.
Christmas magic.
No.
Magical Christmas.
Oh gosh.
No. Mistletoe kiss.
No. Digital or fake snow. Looked pretty real in this. What do you think? I think there
remember
was
it
one
snowing.
moment. Yeah, there was one moment it was snowing, And then you said, oh, there's that digital snow.
So then I was definitely right.
I said no, you said yes. So maybe we're split on this one. Let's go with no, but then we'll confirm.
Well, that's the default?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, we really liked Noel Next Door. We were pleasantly surprised by it.
Yeah, and it's a good
Yeah.
start to Countdown to Christmas.
Great start. Yeah. Let us know what you thought about it. Let us know in the comments below. What would you give it out of 12? 12 Days of Christmas.
Which gift?
Yes, which one? That's what our rating system is for Christmas movies. And we'll see you very, very soon. for the
Next
one.
episode, next review. And we'll see you next episode.
Very soon. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.